In the eerie year of 1813, a small village called Bloodstone nestled in the heart of the Transylvanian Alps. Bloodstone was a peaceful village, its inhabitants living in harmony with nature. However, a dark shadow loomed over the village, its presence felt by all but unseen. The villagers whispered tales of a terrifying creature that haunted the ancient woods beyond the village borders. They called it the Bloodstone Beast, a monstrous creature with the strength of 10 men and the thirst for blood of a vampire. One fateful day, a young boy named Thomas ventured into the forbidden woods. Thomas was a curious and adventurous boy, and he had always been fascinated by the Bloodstone Beast. He had heard the stories, but he didn't believe them. He thought that the Bloodstone Beast was just a myth, a creature invented by the villagers to scare their children. Thomas walked deeper and deeper into the woods, until he came to a clearing. In the center of the clearing was a cave. Thomas hesitated for a moment, but his curiosity got the better of him. He cautiously entered the cave. The cave was dark and damp, and the air was thick with the smell of mildew. Thomas used his hands to feel his way through the darkness. He walked for what seemed like hours, until he came to a large chamber. In the center of the chamber was a huge creature. It was asleep, its massive body curled up on the ground. Thomas's heart pounded in his chest as he realized that he was looking at the Bloodstone Beast. The Bloodstone Beast was even more terrifying in person than Thomas had imagined. It had the body of a bear, the head of a wolf, and the wings of a bat. Its sharp teeth and claws glinted in the faint light. Thomas stood frozen in fear. He knew that he should turn and run, but he couldn't move. The Bloodstone Beast opened its eyes and looked at Thomas. Its eyes were red and glowing, like embers in a fire. The Bloodstone Beast let out a blood-curdling roar and lunged at Thomas. Thomas closed his eyes and screamed. When Thomas opened his eyes again, he was back in his bed. He sat up, his heart pounding. He had been dreaming. But it felt so real. Thomas got out of bed and went to the window. He looked out into the darkness. He could feel the presence of the Bloodstone Beast, even though he couldn't see it. Thomas knew that he should never go into the forbidden woods again. But he also knew that he had to warn the villagers about the Bloodstone Beast. The next day, Thomas went to the village square and told everyone about his dream. At first, the villagers didn't believe him. But Thomas was so convincing that they eventually agreed to listen. Thomas told the villagers about the Bloodstone Beast's appearance and its thirst for blood. He warned them that the beast was dangerous and that they should stay away from the forbidden woods. The villagers were terrified. They gathered together to discuss what to do. They knew that they couldn't just ignore Thomas's warning. The Bloodstone Beast was real, and it was a threat to the village. The villagers decided to build a wall around the village to keep the Bloodstone Beast out. They also decided to arm themselves with torches and pitchforks in case the beast ever attacked. The villagers worked together for days, and soon a tall and sturdy wall surrounded the village. The villagers felt safe and secure behind the wall. They knew that the Bloodstone Beast couldn't get to them. One night, the villagers were asleep when they were awakened by a loud roar. They ran to the windows and saw the Bloodstone Beast standing outside the wall. It was trying to climb over the wall, but it couldn't. The villagers grabbed their torches and pitchforks and ran to the village square. They stood together, ready to defend themselves. The Bloodstone Beast roared again and charged at the wall. It slammed against the wall with all its might, but the wall stood firm. The villagers threw torches and pitchforks at the Bloodstone Beast. The beast roared in pain and anger. It tried to climb over the wall again, but it was too high. Finally, the Bloodstone Beast gave up. It turned and ran back into the forbidden woods. The villagers cheered. They had defeated the Bloodstone Beast. Thomas was a hero. He had saved the village from the Bloodstone Beast. He had learned a valuable lesson: curiosity may kill the cat, but courage can save the day. Moral of the story: it is important to be brave and stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult. It is also important to be careful and avoid dangerous situations.